The vast blackness of space is collapsing in a slow grind towards eternal nothingness. Heralding the collapse is the void, a strange presence that infects and corrupts. So say the Navy's workers who travel farther into uncharted space than anyone else, as they return with stories from faraway systems. Some navies claim to have seen strange creatures out there, behemoths drifting from the edge of the cosmos, seeking shelter in the civilized systems. Scientists, of course, reject such claims, claiming them tales and nightmares. Yet even among them, there are some who assert that the universe has stopped expanding. Instead, they say it is now compressing at an accelerating rate towards an inevitable crushing crunch. Tonight, we are playing Death in Space, the upcoming RPG from Stockholm Cartel. We are going to be playing with a team of excellent role players manning a ship in an adventure that is titled Salvage, Search and Salvage. This is one of the adventures that was part of a stretch goal for the Kickstarter campaign. So stick around. We are playing Death in Space. I think that's what we're going to be playing. Hey everyone, welcome to Victory Condition Gaming. My name is Doug. Today on the show, we're playing Death in Space, the upcoming RPG from Stockholm Cartel, published by Free League Publishing. This is a rules light OSR type of sci-fi game about the inevitable collapse of the universe. There's a whole bunch of lore that this book actually has in it. We're going to kind of gloss over this for this one shot and kind of just deal with this crew that we have. This is an adventure called Search and Salvage, and this was, like I said, one of the stretch goals for the campaign, and so I'm sure it'll probably be available online at some point. Maybe, I don't know if it was a Kickstarter exclusive thing, but yeah, we're excited to play. It's very Mork Borgish. I'm going to tell you that right up front. So the characters are very squishy, and hopefully they've maybe made more than one. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we
no
don't
one
have...
said I needed more than one.
Oh, did you not make more than one?
No, just one.
Oh, well then.
You said make a character, not make 7.
Maybe this will be a shorter one shot than we planned. I want to thank
by my stats, it might be.
I want to thank all the crew that is on tonight. Amanda Call, you've seen her all over the place at ageofnight.com, the popular webcomic. Austin, you coming back to play Death in Space? Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is one of my most anticipated RPGs of this year, so I'm excited that I think it's at the printers right now, or it should be on the way here pretty soon.
Yep, so, last update had them at printing.
I'm going to guess the official release probably won't be until next year because we're kind of close to the end of 2021. So, also joining me is Jason, aka Hexeter. You see him all sorts of actual plays and episodes on the show, and then of course the one and only Emily from Level 1 Geek. Thank you so much for joining us, Emily.
Thank you for inviting me back. Like every time I'm like, yeah, I get to go hang out with the cool kids again.
No.
Yeah.
We only asked you back because you're the cool kid, and we're all like the loner table in the lunchroom, and we're like, hey, cool kid, come over here and sit with us for a minute.
We're going to be cool by association.
Yeah.
I've been tempted in by your brand. I see now. We'll see what happens in the future, I guess.
It's like a real Breakfast Club situation.
Yeah. It is actually. That's definitely what it is.
Emily's the one at the table who we're all like, why is she with these people?
So tonight, you're all part of a space crew that has been taking jobs. You're in massive debt from buying your ship. One of the aspects of this game is you have this hub. It's either like a space station or a ship that you're constantly trying to pay off or create, upgrades to. We're gonna say yours is a ship. There's a whole other, like I said, there's a whole other side of this game where you have like a hub sheet and keep track of it. It's really great.
So it's like a really space station type thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of gloss over that for this one shot, but know that if you pick up this game, there is that aspect of this game as well. We're all going to say you're on a ship. What is the name of your ship, by the way? I don't think I asked you that leading up to this session.
I don't think we did not.
And I'm afraid to even ask. Like I know the book says, oh, just ask your question. Ask your players these questions. I know the types of answers that I'm going to get in this session because I know the types of answers that I've been getting in the chat leading up to this session. So I'm kind of afraid to ask, but I'll ask it just the same. What is the name of your ship?
Can it be the SS Tie?
SS Tie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Works for me.
It's fine.
Like TYE.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. SS Tie.
It's perfect.
Appreciate that Austin understands where I'm going with this.
It's perfect.
All right. So you are on the SS Tie. Sorry, I was going to say USS Tie. You all of a sudden you're trying to just out there evading debt collectors and just taking random jobs to try to get money and everything. And all of a sudden, this is a very low tech, game. So like, that tech is really worn down. It's very primitive at this point. And you have some sort of like some scanner out there that is on your ship. And you get this message that says, this is my name is Eiko. I'm kidnapped.
What?
Grasshopper. Please help.
This isn't the grasshopper. This is the tie.
And then like it just goes silent.
Oh, okay.
All right then.
I guess I won't talk to them then.
Can we track the signal?
Yeah, give me some sort of roll for that.
Okay. Guessing probably savvy.
Sure.
He says that because it's the only stat he has points in.
So the way this system works is a D20 roll plus any modifier, and then you have to get
or minus any modifier.
Or minus
any
case
modifier.
Might be. Well, plus plus a negative modifier, I guess you could say. And you have to get a target number of 12 or greater.
I got a 12.
You got 12. Okay.
Right on the nose.
Yeah. You you see like quite a ways in front of you is this this ship that seems to be just kind of just out there in the distance.
Okay. Can I tell anything about it, or like does it appear that's where the signal is coming from? I guess.
You would probably guess so. As you're scanning, tell us a little bit about your character, Jason. Who's your character as you're kind of like scanning out the I don't know, what do you want to call it? The window there to see the
the view screen or whatever it is.
The view screen or whatever of your ship.
Porco is a rotund man. He's all done up in reddish pink face paint. He's a soul pod by background. Very incompetent, very non-assuming, not much to him other than his girth. He doesn't really do a lot. Strangely enough, he's a bounty hunter. He picked up with this crew because he needed transportation, because his only form of transportation is extremely slow moving. He's only been out of hibernation for a couple of days at this point. He basically asked to be brought out when necessary because, like the rest of the crew, he's trying to pay off his debts before somebody comes looking for him. At this point in time, he's just chilling in the pilot seat, eating some pork rinds.
Okay, then.
Or whatever like space algae we have that we fry up and call
sure.
Yeah.
Who actually accepted who got the transmission? Who's actually in front of the? Besides, I mean, I'm sure there's multiple people in the bridge.
I'll be on the bridge too.
All right, so you were kind of the one there. That
I would just be chilling in the pilot's chair myself because that's pretty much what I do.
You kind of get the message there, Sherman Shank Ham.
Yeah, you can just call me Shank.
All right, Shank. What are you when you get that message that transmission? What are you doing? And tell us a little bit about yourself and what you look like and all that.
All right, so Shank is kind of like a scrawny, little bit smaller stature type person. They're a carbon, so they're someone who was actually like initially like cloned and conceived and raised in space and like grown in an artificial vat. It's just like, yes, you're here to be space fodder. Go do space things. And so I'm very comfortable with just being in space. But that's also why I'm smaller and don't take up much oxygen or many other resources for that matter. I'm optimized to be space fodder.
Nice. All right.
But I don't really have a direction right now, so I'm just kind of here on the tie, not really sure what I'm doing. Trying to figure out what the next thing I'm doing is going to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is Farah? What are you doing on this ship at this point? What you want to tell us a little bit about what you're doing and what you look like?
Farah L is a void, so they're wearing a mask that synthetically changes her voice as she speaks, so you don't really know what she looks like or the way she really sounds. She's got this big, like, shaman-esque hood over her and neon hazard pants, so kind of a contradiction there as far as dress. And yeah, Farah is just is walking towards the bridge, anxious to get to her next destination.
All right. And then last but not least, we have Hamlet. Yes, do you want to tell us a little bit about what you're doing on this on this ship at this moment and
Yeah,
who you are and what you look like?
I think Hamlet is kind of tucked away in a corner of the bridge, just sitting and kind of like spinning like some sort of like game chip between his fingers. He's wearing a large amount of long flowing robes and kind of they're all around me. Yeah, I'm just listening to the transmission through and already starting to calculate what this could mean for me and my survival.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So, Porco, you're in charge of directing this ship. What are you doing? What's your call here?
I'll put us on a intercept course, and I'll hit the intercom and announce it to the ship. Hey, we found a signal, some sort of distress call, sending us that way. You might want to hustle it up to the bridge.
Nice. All right.
Is there anything I need to do for piloting?
No, we'll say that
Okay.
there's not anything that is imminent at this point. Yeah, so you fly closer and closer to this craft that is just floating out there in space.
Farah L will step over to where, is it Porco or Porso?
Porco.
Porco.
Of course
Porco.
it is.
The future is bleak this way.
What makes you say that, Farah?
I had a vision. And besides, every which way we go is bleak. If the past proves to be any telling.
I can't fault your logic. You're not wrong. But better to go some way than no way at all.
Ugh.
I want to see what's on that ship.
Besides, they might have treasure.
Indeed.
They might have
What are the chances that we will find treasure here?
Well, it sounded like somebody was in distress too, so I mean, I guess we should probably do something about that.
Ugh, treasure of the heart. Overrated.
That was really poetic, Pharaoh.
So as you get closer to this ship that's just floating in space, you notice that pretty much everything, although the lights and everything are all shut off except for the emergency lights. The emergency lights seem to flicker every once in a while, and there seems to be debris that is kind of floating around the ship. And Yeah, you see some sort of smoke or something coming up out of the back end of this vessel, and you also see all of a sudden this dead body kind of in an EVA suit kind of float past the ship in between you two.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
Does it look like if they've been shot or otherwise injured?
Give me some sort of perception check.
Okay. 13.
You see that in the back there, it looks like something's. It doesn't look like it's anything's on fire per se. Like from the outside in, it looks like it came from the inside out.
On fire.
So
per se.
something blew a hole in the side of it. Okay. I will try to maneuver the ship around to a docking port of some sort.
All right. Yay! We finally get to the map of the ship.
We get a map
All right.
Of our
Here
ship?
we go.
Ooh.
So this is the
Oh,
grasshopper
wow.
right
the
here.
grasshopper. Oh, they're the grasshopper. Okay, I
Yes.
understand now.
So you're gonna end up
I should have
right
read the
there
side of their
where
ship.
the entry point says 0, and
Okay.
you're going to give
Oh.
me some sort of piloting to dock right into that port.
Don't mess
Oh,
it up.
way to go. I got an 8.
You already rolled.
That's
You
not the
got an
point.
Yeah, you kind of lean up into the airport, the airlock, and
We're going in hot. I'll realize at the last second that we're like approaching way too quickly or something.
you kind of you hit it way too hard. You misalign it, and we're just gonna say you do 1 point of damage to the side of your vessel, but you do eventually
See?
you connect with the airlock, and just know that it's probably jammed at this point, and
We're as snug as two pigs in a pod, I tell you.
you're
You
very
broke
well
it.
attached to this.
Yeah, we're snuggled right up there.
You
All right.
broke it.
It'll work.
I'm gonna pat Porco on the shoulder and say, "You'll get it next time, Bacon. I mean, buddy."
Mhm.
Farah slowly raises a notebook and makes a little scratch mark, then closes it. Gaze fixed on Porco.
Okay. Mm,
That was ominous.
indeed.
As I said, the future is ominous.
In a pig's eye, Farah.
You're gonna make sure of it, apparently.
I do not know what you mean by that, Shank.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Can we actually get onto this ship, or did you break the airlock?
No, seriously.
You're connected to the ship, but it is jammed. Like you hit it at such force that it's going to take some force to get it to undo the
Exactly. See, there's no chance that we get shaken off this thing. We're stuck to it like a tick.
Porco has married us to the grasshopper.
Sure.
Gross. All right. Then we'll deal with the fact that our ship is stuck to this other ship later, I guess. Let's go over and see what the situation is. It doesn't look like there's air over there, so I'd recommend EVA suits. Just saying.
I would like to put a prediction out.
Okay.
We will go onto the grasshopper. We will discover the problem. The problem will become our problem, and we will be unable to leave. Ugh. Let's
Farrell,
do this.
I think we're the problem most of the time. Just throwing that out there.
Well, we
I'm
are
ready
stuck,
to-
so technically it will be hard for us to leave.
I'm ready to suit up. Is anyone coming with me?
Yes, I am good. What?
Yeah,
I'm good to go.
absolutely.
Hamlet?
Yep, absolutely.
All right.
Do I
Farrell,
have
are you
time to
joining
light?
us?
Do I have time to light an incense and say a prayer before we depart into our future, our dark, bleak future?
Well, we have lights, Farah.
I mean, yeah, you can go off, I guess.
Thank you. And they just like sit down right then and there. Light an incense stick is just sitting there quietly
In the
humming.
middle of the bridge.
Yes, just in the middle of the bridge.
All right, I guess I'll just step around you then. All right. Yeah.
Porco's gonna do the same thing. He's just gonna like edge past on the way by.
You do your thing.
I am ready.
I like
That
the
was
smell of the
beautiful.
incense, Farrah. That was nice. Yes.
All right, so you open the airlock and you go into the other ship.
Yep.
Yeah, there's not really. It's very dark. All the
Okay.
lights are turned off. So does anybody have any?
I
destination for that, or-
I don't. Let me check here. Just making sure I don't have a light in specifically on my sheet here.
I don't specifically have a light on my sheet. Can't we get a flashlight off our bridge, our ship?
I
Do we
will.
have flashlights?
I will say that your EVA suit probably has some sort of small light on.
Some of
on
the
its
little.
Okay.
Lamps
head.
it
Just a
is.
small.
The
You
little
cannot
one.
see very far in front of you. Just because I'm trying to be nice as the GM and not
Okay.
kill you all at once.
Not right off the airlock.
Half an hour into this session.
Yeah.
The light exists to reveal the dangers that abound.
Yeah, I bet there are. There was a big hole in the side of this ship. I bet there's all sorts of dangers here.
Well, hopefully they got blown
Wait.
out into space.
Is the gravity working on this ship?
We'll say that it is.
Okay. Well, that makes things a little easier anyway.
Yeah.
It may be dark. There may not be any air, but we're not floating around.
Right
So,
side. Gotcha.
Yeah. So this airlock is it's pretty empty. There's not much to see in this airlock.
All right.
Only way is to go forward.
Is
Who's
there
good
any
with
kind of-
doors?
Yeah. I'm not good with much.
Welcome to the club.
Is there any kind of ship console in the airlock?
There is not, but you do see a security camera that is up above, and you see that there's a blinking light on it.
Ooh, it's still working. Interesting.
So maybe the whole ship isn't without oxygen.
I mean, I feel like someone has to wave at the camera and say, "Let us in."
It couldn't hurt.
You just see the camera blink, the light blink a few times, and then the light comes on, and then on, and then on, and then
It appears that
Okay.
they are trying to communicate with us in Morse code.
Oh, I'm not good with Morse code.
I've never met a man named Morse, so I don't know.
Porco,
Farrah.
never mind. Farrah opens the notebook and makes another tick mark and closes it.
I'll lean over to Hamlet. I think I'm winning.
You must be.
All right, can we get through this door?
You actually see the door's actually broken, and it's
Wow.
missing its
All right.
lock.
I did
Okay.
that when we docked. That's totally me. You're welcome.
Cool. Thanks. That's great.
You can't quite tell if it was because of what Porco did or if it was existing.
I'll
before.
let him have this win.
All right.
Is it like hard to open? Does it require a body check?
No, it doesn't need any check, but you feel free to just open it. Just
Yeah.
just kind of.
Farrah will step up.
So it opens the door, and here I'll put the map back up on screen. You're now into that one section. It's a small cargo bay. To the left is a locked door, and then there is an open door on the right. You see all sorts of, again, it's all dark in here. You see red broken light panels flicker irregularly, and there's all sorts of straps along the walls connected to a rubber floor. There's small shipping containers in various colors, stolen or salvaged. You can take it from there.
Well, locked doors usually hide the best things. People don't lock things unless they're trying to keep them safe.
True.
Open it, Porco.
I will sidle over to the door and examine the control panel.
The control panel's smashed.
Okay, that part not
How's
my
that
fault.
examination going?
Is this door also conveniently broken?
Yeah, that control panel would be to control the door. Yes.
Oh, so Farah's not going to help us with this one.
She can try.
Farah, work the door magic.
You mean with my hands? The other door was already open, but if you insist, Porco, and I'll go over and I'll grab it and I'll try and do it just to make a show of things.
Right, and it just does not.
Oh, damn! I was going to hope that worked.
It like tries to like open up a little bit, but it's not.
Does anyone have any explosives?
I have grenades.
No.
And I
What?
like out of my
Oh,
huge like
oh.
cloak, I pull like 6 grenades, holding 3 in each hand.
You know what? We'll keep that in mind
Please don't.
for later. We'll keep that in mind for later, but
What do you mean later?
not now. We're not going to start at grenades. Grenades are like a last resort type thing.
What
I
you
feel like
notice?
you have the sheet backwards. Turn the sheet around.
Mm-mm.
Those grenades,
Mm-mm.
lockpicks, force.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-mm. Okay, look. There might actually still be something valuable on this ship, even if the ship itself is busted. Let's not blow it to pieces, okay? Also, we're here, like we're on this ship, so let's not blow it to pieces, okay?
While you're in the little cargo bay, on the hallway to your right, that's across from the door
not
that's
locked
locked.
one?
Yeah, the not locked room. You see flickering, like dim flickering light come from that room.
I think we should go that way.
Into the light? What does
Yeah.
Farah have to say about that?
I say that the light reveals our fate and the death that it holds for us.
You think she's reading these things off cards?
I
Kind
wouldn't,
of feels like it.
I wouldn't worry about it.
If the universe is a flashcard to you,
I'll have you know that literally everyone in the chat disagrees with my character, by the way, about just for the record.
Well, when Farah says that, I'll pull out my chain guns. I have 2 chain guns that are like slung underneath both of my arms. I'll be like, I'll light your way.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide my robe to the side and pull out like a almost 4 foot long, kind of like tubular weapon. Turn the dial on the side. Turn the dial on the side, and you hear the rush of fuel leaving the canister and going into the chamber of the flamethrower.
That lovely hiss.
Time out just for the audience to what Doug did wrong here. Doug's players said, "Hey, guess what? We don't have any weapons." And I'm like, "Oh, well, here's a chart of weapons, and feel free to take one." Everybody took like grenades, flames.
I rolled.
I rolled.
Yeah.
I rolled too, and I got a shotgun.
Sure, you guys rolled. Yeah. Okay.
I got a shotgun.
Absolutely.
Well, we could all have flamethrowers. Then it's a little less
I
realistic.
should have just said y'all have like butter knives, and you have to go into this. Anyway, yeah, you go into. Are you going to go into this room that is
Yes.
low? Yeah, okay, has flickering light
I'll
in it.
tell you what. I'm gonna not be in front of the person with the flamethrower. Hamlet, you can take point.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay,
All right.
Hamlet, as you walk into this room, it opens up, and it's actually the engine room of the craft, and you see that there's all these like little candles, all placed all around and lit and everything.
Candles.
Okay. Yeah, I think I want to maybe
Wait.
hug.
If there's candle, are they lit?
They're
You
lit.
said
Yeah.
they were lit? Oh,
They're
so
lit.
there has to be oxygen in here.
I
I
think I
feel
want
at
to hug.
home in this room.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm going to hold my flamethrower up in front of me and kind of like peek in along the wall and like look down to the right, around the corner,
Okay.
just to make sure there's no one else in the room waiting for us.
Sure. There doesn't appear to be anybody in the room with you.
Farah
So
Elle is gonna lay on the floor by all the candles and just press her palms to the floor.
Okay.
The heart of this ship is no longer beating, but its purpose is not yet fulfilled.
Okay.
does anybody want to take a look around this room?
Yeah, I'll take a look around. That sounds great.
Yep.
All right.
I'm just gonna hang out with Farah.
Farrah's just gonna
Just
make
like-
a prayer.
Curious as to
Yeah.
what she's doing. I'm just like down on the floor next to her, looking at the side of her face, like, what is going on?
She's having a moment, Porco. Don't worry about it. This is
Feel
a thing that happens.
The metal beneath your feet and its connection to you and your fate.
Okay. I'm good. What do I need to roll to look around?
Shank,
Is that savvy?
give me some sort of give me
I'm bad at that. Just so
that's
you
all
know.
right. That's all right.
Oh, but I still made it. I got a 13.
All right. So yeah, you look at the engine and you notice that it has what do I want to call it? It's got a what do I want to call it? Some sort of rod shoved through the middle of the engine block.
Well, that's not supposed to be there.
Yep.
I'm not I'm not a I'm not a mechanic, but I'm pretty sure that this giant rod isn't supposed to be here.
Yeah, it's like I guess it's an EMP, a high-tech EMP spear that just was like
So it's all very
stabbed
broken.
stabbed
now.
into the engine of this ship.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's an EMP spear, I don't think I can fix it by pulling it out. It might be dead.
Like, does it look like it came in through the hull, or somebody just rammed it into the thing?
It looks like someone just rammed in.
Okay,
That's alarming.
Right?
a little bit, yeah.
I mean, I can try to pull it out, but I don't know as it'll get anything working again. There will probably be more that needs to be done before this will work.
I will try to pull it out.
Yeah, you go for
Okay,
it.
give me a roll.
You're like twice my size, so you
Porco.
probably will manage it.
Farah,
Perhaps we commune with the engine first and see that pulling this out will not damage it further.
do you know anything about engines, Farah?
Farah will very slowly and like kind of creepily stand up and walk over and examine this engine. Can I roll a tech?
Sure.
I want to make sure this is going to work. Okay, not amazing. 13.
Okay. Yeah. So what are you trying to? You're trying to see if you pull the spear out, if the engine will start back up.
Yeah, and like that it won't harm us if we like pull it up and like zap our own suits of whoever's holding this EMP stick.
Okay, I'll give you one that's like two answers. I'll give you
Okay.
one of those. So do you want to know if it's going to hurt you, or do you want to know if it will restart the ship?
Porco's pulling it out, so I want to know if it's going to hurt the ship.
As far as you can tell, if you pull this spear out,
Evil.
it will restart the ship up.
Removing this would revitalize the heart of the ship once more.
Yoink! Ooh, 16.
Yeah, you yank it out, and you hear kind of some snapping and some hissing, and some wires kind of pull out of it along with this spear. And
Those wires were not necessary to the function of the heart of the ship.
I mean, I guess not.
and
Sincerely
it takes like a second, but all of a sudden you hear systems start to regain and start to come back online, and you hear the lights all start coming on throughout the ship in stages, and you hear an SOS signal start to emanate from the ship.
I will strut around the room with the spear above my head.
And then all of a sudden,
Well done, Porco.
yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Omelet's probably kind of waiting to see if Farah L is going to, what they're going to do with their notebook after watching Porco pull that spear out.
Ooh.
It definitely comes out again. There's a little tick mark that happens, and then Farah will realize that Amla is looking right at her, and will say, "The heart was stopped for a reason. He has made a grave mistake."
Really? This is one of those like choose your own path things where no path is ever good.
Definitely.
All of a sudden, over the there's like a little speaker box in the engine room, and you hear it. I can see you guys. Help me! They've got me trapped in this room.
Where is this room? Where are you?
I'll lead you to the way. I'll lead you to the way. Just be careful.
Okay.
There's 6 of them.
The siren summons us.
them.
Will we answer the call?
I mean, we have so far.
Yeah, I mean, we showed up here because they called, so we may as well keep following, I guess.
Hurry!
A new path has
they're
opened
about
beneath our feet.
They're gonna get you.
Who's they?
Yes.
Spin around and aim my flamethrower at the door, the other side of the room.
Just in case. Okay.
Let us proceed and embrace what the day holds for us.
Farah, as a mood enhancer, you're kind of no.
That was not my blessing.
Fair enough. All right. Moving. How did they indicate? Are they words? Are they actually indicating a direction for us, or
Yeah.
no?
All of a sudden, the
Inverting
lights
signal?
go off, and then
Oh.
the lights to the next room come on.
Ah,
That's
A
So
pathway.
you're in number 2 right now. The lights into room number 3 turn on.
all right. Forward.
All right, you go into that room, and there are 4 cryopods in it, and they are broken beyond repair. Cryopods are like, you know what cryopods are, right? They're like where you sleep in
Yeah.
hyperspace.
I have a better one. It's okay.
There's all sorts of broken glass and dried blood all over the floor.
That's why I
And
don't
there are
use
whole-
one of those.
There are dozens of candles lit around this room.
More candles. Okay.
Mm.
Can we tell
Farah,
if
you
these
sure this
are-
isn't your ship?
What's that, Hamlet?
Can we tell if these are like standard emergency candles, or if they have any kind of ceremonial markings on them or anything?
Good question.
They look just like plain. You know what? Let's find out.
Okay.
Oh.
Um. Yeah, it looks like there's a mix of both. It looks like there's like someone was trying to like find as much like to light up the spaceship as possible, and they took plain emergency candles, and maybe they had some sort of religious candles for some sort of ritual or everything, and they started using those as well, just because they wanted to get as much light as possible in the spaceship.
Okay.
So I take it we have these broken cryopods, but I take it there are no bodies anywhere, right?
Do you want to take a look at the cryopods?
I
Sure.
would love to.
Of
Sure.
course
All right.
we do.
Let's
Let's see
roll.
what sort of horrible thing is inside these cryopods.
Let's roll it up.
14.
You actually. Who's inspecting the Shank? Are you inspecting the first
Sure,
cryopod?
I'll inspect a cryopod.
Yeah, you
Farah
find
did as well.
you
Yeah.
find a scavenger in there. It looks like
Yeah.
they're sleeping, but they look familiar. So who you evidently have known them somehow.
Oh,
So who are they, and what are they doing in this cryopod?
I did a job with this guy
All right.
a long time ago. Yeah, it was a It was a scavenging operation, tearing apart a drift ship for parts. His name was Sam. I don't know. We didn't know each other super well, but we were on the same job together for months, so you kind of get to know people. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate. Do I know what happened to him? Can I tell?
He's just tired. He's just sleeping in there.
He's just sleeping.
Oh,
but you
he's
said
not dead.
No,
the
he's dead. He's
cryopod
not
is-
dead. He's
But you
sleeping.
said the cryopods were busted?
Yes, he's
So he's just taking a nap in
He's
there?
just taking a nap in a busted old
Well,
cryopod.
Well, then I'm going to wake him up.
All
Don't
right.
touch him, Shank.
What? Why not? Hey, Sam.
And
shake
Sam,
him.
like, all of a sudden, like, just comes to and like immediately pulls out his gun, like,
Whoa!
and starts looking
Oh,
around.
It's good. Hey, it's Shank. Remember me?
No.
Remember
Oh.
me? Remember we did the wreck of the Grand together?
Oh, that
You're-
was you?
Yeah.
What are you doing on this ship?
Uh,
You better get out of here. Things are going down on this ship.
why are you here taking a nap then?
Because it's been some long days because we've been fighting it off.
What's it? What is happening here? We got a distress signal. That's why we came here.
Yeah, Aoki.
Who's Aoki?
That's the name we heard, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm asking him.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Porco knows, evidently. Or this guy knows. Sorry, I don't even know he knows his name. So this guy knows what he's talking about. You know
None
all
of
about
us
it,
know
right?
what we're talking about.
Sorry, I have a
actually.
problem with oversharing.
Maybe you tell me what you're doing here before I tell you any more information.
We got a distress signal. We literally only know that somebody was in distress, and that's why we're here.
Yeah.
What? I thought it said this dress. What? I thought we were rescuing a woman.
Well, if you're smart, you'd get back on your ship and get out of here.
Well, clearly we're not smart. So, what is this thing that is going on this ship?
It's the how do I put this? How do I say this? You see, it's an artificial intelligence.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
we kind of like there was this job and we downloaded this artificial intelligence and then we kind of tried to upload it to our ship
Uh-huh.
and yeah, didn't like the fact that we took it.
Oh. So you got an angry computer on your hands?
I mean,
You should not have stolen her.
yeah, I mean, we had a job to do. I mean, you know how it is. We all have to make our living out here.
Yeah.
You've made a grave mistake.
You're telling me.
You've messed with forces you do not yet understand.
That's what she says about everything. It's fine.
But she's right, you know.
Encouraging her will not stop it.
Can I get on your ship?
You will not
What?
survive long enough to get on our ship. Our
What?
ship is stuck fast to the fate of the grasshopper.
All I'm
Yeah, there
saying-
is that. Our ship is kind of stuck to this ship, so.
Oh crap!
I can get it unstuck.
I'll tell you right now. The others, they're not like me. Shank, you all better get back on that ship and get out of here. I'm telling you right now. They're not gonna like you coming on and trying to take their AI.
Oh, is that who sent the distress signal? The AI?
She
Well, if
needs
it's-
our help, Shank.
Yeah.
All we
You've
know,
already answered the siren's call.
All right, I'm catching up now.
all we know is we tried to upload the AI, and it didn't like it, and it started. It literally caused. You see the room next door, that medical bay? It blew out our medical bay.
Oh.
Yeah, and then it started to use the systems against us, and we couldn't shut it down until one of the guys, I forget what his name is, Buzzsaw or something. He like took a spear or something and just like totally trashed the engine and shut the whole thing down.
I'll hold up the spear. Was it this one?
Put that back.
As soon as you said the engine and the power, I was like, oh God.
I told you, Porco.
I hate it when she's right.
I'm not even going to acknowledge her. I'm just going to look at the wall. But out of curiosity's sake, though, does this EMP lance still work?
No, it does not.
Good question. Oh,
It's just a
single
big.
use.
It's just a big spear at this point.
Okay, gotcha.
What is Sam wearing?
He's all dirty and he's got like blood-soaked clothes and like, yeah, he looks like he came from a job where not very good things happened. And he's normally if you looked at him, you would probably run and run away. But since Shank knows him,
He's fine.
he's a little bit nicer than he usually is.
Sam, I must touch your chest. This will not harm you.
Are they for real?
Yeah, it's nothing weird. I mean, it's a little weird, but it's nothing like weird. It's fine. Just let her do it, and then it'll be over in a second.
You're wasting time here, but all right.
Farrell will place a hand over Sam's heart, and then like a ripple runs through her, and the mask on her face shifts and twists into like a very similar visage of Sam. At a distance, they will be fooled. Return to your nap, Sam.
Identity theft is bad, Farrah.
I just want to get off this ship. I'll let you guys do your own thing. Good luck to you, but yeah, and he's gonna start walking towards the engine room and the cargo bay and the airlock.
No.
Nope.
You're coming with us, Sam.
I'm not coming with you.
This is not optional. You're not going to our ship while we go here.
He'll put up his gun and say, "I'm going to your ship. You can either all come with me, or I'm going by myself."
Sam, we don't need to do this. You don't need to do this.
I know we don't need to do this. That's why we're going back to the ship.
Oh, Farrah. Live grenade.
If you shoot me, we will all die this day.
Step away from Farrah a little bit. The blast radius concerned.
Yeah, she's not kidding. Those are real.
Your bullet will take my soul, my hand will loosen, and we will all be freed back to the universe. Just like a half step forward. Go along, Sam. Is this what you want? Is this how you see your tale coming to an end, Sam? And I'm talking with Sam's face to Sam. There's like adds like a little bit of like a mental thing to this.
Yeah.
Sam's like, I just was taking a nap.
Take your nap, Sam. That is the best option for you today.
I was just trying to hopefully live out a few more minutes of my life in some sort of bliss. And so he like crawls back into his cryopod and kind of turns to the side and just goes to sleep.
So, Farrah, let's get that pin back in there. There you go.
Yeah. We got to lock that.
All right. Gonna check the other cryopods real quick. Anybody in any of those?
Does anybody want to?
I'm not looking at any more cryopods. I caused a
I'll look at a cryopod.
Okay. The one that Farrah takes a look at is just stuffed with a whole bunch of stolen and blood-soaked clothes.
Do they match Sam's clothes?
Yes, they do actually.
I could blend in if I changed clothing.
Is there a need for it?
I don't know.
Let's keep that one in our pocket for now then.
In that case, the face of Sam will disappear.
Okay. All right.
Is anybody else looking at any cryopods?
I'm good. I'm happy with the
You're good. You don't want to look at. You don't want.
Blissful ignorance is my plan.
Are you sure?
Yep. These are like the worst Jack in the Boxes ever.
I'll check another one.
Inside one of the cryopods, Amlet, you find a silver emergency blanket.
Oh, okay.
And a plastic cup.
I want both those things. I'll take them.
A red solo plastic cup.
You can have a party by yourself.
This was the party pod.
It's the perfect party.
A blankie and a drink.
Yeah, I'll certainly stow both those away.
Okay, awesome. I was hoping you guys
we'll need these later. I promise you.
Somehow that red solo cup will save the ship.
So all of a sudden, the light in this room kind of flickers and goes dim, and then the other light across from you turns on.
She's following our path. She's leading the way.
So yeah, are you guys going into?
Oh
this
yeah,
room?
yeah.
Porco,
I'm not standing here. Yes, Farah.
be cautious of this next room.
Because
That is all the universe has told me.
wow, helpful.
Yeah, as you go into this room, you hear some sort of commotion. You hear like almost like a buzzing noise and some like almost like some sparks and everything as you take a few steps. Before you get quite into the room, you hear a little bit of commotion.
Hmm.
Do you want to keep going?
Yes.
Go ahead,
What would you like to
Porco.
do?
I'm going.
Are you going to go right into the moon? Right,
I'm
right
gonna step right into the room. Yeah.
Shank, stand back.
All right.
I will stand back. That sounds like a plan.
As you walk in, you startle two scavengers that are cutting into the floor with some sort of buzzsaw and trying to rip out wires and get to something underneath. They stop what they're doing and look up at you and immediately go to grab for their weapons. One guy has like a red mohawk. The other guy has like a partially mechanical face. We'll call it mohawk and cyborg.
Yeah, Mohawk and Cyborg.
And
The
they
gang's back
immediately
together.
get up and go for their weapons. What are you going to do, my friend?
I'm
Porco's
going to try
gonna
to.
die.
Oh, wow! That's a
Oh,
terrible prediction.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to try to shoot them first.
All right, now we're going to go to initiative. And the way initiative works in this game is that basically, since you kind of surprise them, you can act first.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to shoot one of them.
All right, give me what are you shooting them with?
My chain guns.
With your chain guns. All right.
You betcha.
So yeah, give me a roll for that.
Okay. 14. I don't know if are we rolling over 12 to hit then?
You are, and they
Okay.
have a difficulty rating of 12. So yeah, you hit them.
Okay.
Which one would you like to hit? Mohawk? Or Cyborg?
I'll shoot Mohawk first.
All right.
And that is 11 damage.
Okay, yeah, it mows one of them. It mows which one?
Mows Hawk down.
It mows Mohawk down. You just start blasting it, and it just like pieces of him just start blasting it, and the lower half of him just crumples to the ground, and the other half goes flying in back of Cyborg.
Oh my.
As you fire out, you notice the curtains. There's like long, I don't know, curtains that go all the way from the ceiling to the floor. They start to move aside, and two more of these weird scavenger people seem to have noticed that you're in there, and now there's three of them coming. They're actually getting out of their bunks, these two, and Cyborg is still standing there. He just kind of like looks over at Mohawk and then looks back over at you, and Porco, you get to choose who goes next, actually.
Oh, Hamlet.
Hamlet, you're in back of everybody. What would you like to do?
If I can get through everybody, I mean, I have a flamethrower, so
You do have a flamethrower.
I'm just gonna spray fire everywhere, I guess.
Okay, give me a roll for that. We'll say that if you spray fire, you are going to hit Porco, though.
Ooh. Worth it.
Make a decision, Pansetta. Let's see what happens.
I mean, can I move far enough to be like in front of him, or maybe to the side of him, out of the way, so I'm not like firing past him.
I think since it's still kind of early in the round, either you can wait and go later and position yourself and let someone else go, or while you're kind of maneuvering, or you can go and it just hits Porco.
I think I would rather wait until there's better positioning. I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to kill a friendly like this early.
I mean, it's only Jason's character.
I know. Yeah, trust me, he won't mind at all if you bake me.
Yeah, I'll wait for some better
You wait. So
yeah.
we'll say that while this is all going on, you're kind of positioning yourself so that you get a better chance to hit everybody. Who would you like to go? There's 3 scavengers and the 2. There's Farah and there's Shank. So you can let you get to determine who goes next.
I don't think I want a scavenger to go. I'm gonna say Shank.
All right.
Okay. I'm not.
Shank sounds super excited.
I'm not good at things.
Are any of us really good at things?
I'm not good at any of the things, but I'll try. All right. So, where are you standing in relation to the rest of us now, Hamlet? You moved forward, right?
He's moving in front of everybody. There's Porco, who was up at the front, and then Hamlet's kind of moving
kind of next to him.
Kind of
he's
moving
flanking.
So that he's
right.
He's to the side of Porco in this hallway. So yeah.
And in this hallway, and then Cyborg is in front of them.
There's Cyborg and two others that are right there. Yeah,
and 2 others. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm bad at things, but I do have a pistol.
Okay.
So I can try to shoot it at Cyborg since he's a prominent target.
So since you kind of have to try to avoid Porco and Hamlet, I'm gonna give you that at disadvantage. So you're gonna roll 2d6, or you're gonna roll 2d20 and take the lower of the 2. Plus,
I bet this will be fine. Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, they both rolled the same thing.
Okay.
What am I using to modify this?
Range attacks or tech?
Tech, yep.
Tech? Oh, hey, well that's something anyway, but I still failed. 11.
Okay, so you
close though.
You aim your pistol. You said you had a pistol, right?
Yes, I have a pistol.
So yeah, you aim your pistol and it misses Cyborg, and Cyborg you can tell is getting very mad and angry because not only did you just decimate his friend, his co-welder and partner in crime, but you also tried to shoot at him, and then he missed. Shank, who would you like to go next? Who you've got three scavengers, Farah and Hamlet.
I don't want to leave them all to go last. I'll let Cyborg go now.
All right, Cyborg is going. Yeah, he's going to. He's got a pistol.
Okay.
He's going to shoot at the guy that just took out his best friend. So Porco,
understandable.
He was so tough for it being his best friend. He just like looks over and is like, yeah.
Yeah. He actually scores a 13. So
does Ty go to the runner? I have a 13 armor class.
You have a 13. You have no. It does go to me. So yeah, you definitely get hit.
Oh no.
Yeah. So he is going to do. Do you have any armor on it?
Well, yeah. I have the light armor that you let us have.
Okay, so that gives you a +1 to your armor rating. That gives you a 1 armor rating.
That's how I got to 13. Yeah.
Ooh, so it does 4 points of damage to you with his pistol.
Oh lordy!
He rolled a 5, but
okay.
Your armor took 1 away.
Oh, okay. So armor does soak damage too.
Yep.
Okay. Porco is full of holy. He's still going, but he's badly hurt. Very badly hurt.
He is then going to ask one of the He's going to have one of the scavengers go.
Of course.
I disagree with that. I think he should have let Farah go.
No. So one of the scavengers gets out from his cot behind the curtain and also pulls out a pistol and goes to shoot who is it? Porco and Hamlet are near the front.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll go to shoot Hamlet, and he'll see what we can do. He totally misses though.
Oh, that's a relief.
Totally misses. And now I'll let Farah go.
Oh man, Farah only has grenades.
Yeah.
Splash damage for everyone.
It really seems like a bad.
Such a shame. All she has is grenade.
All of us in this little tight little quarters, these crew quarters. Yeah, I think a grenade is a great option right here.
I think so. So Farah intentionally like held back, right?
Right.
Because Farah foretold what was going to happen in this.
Yes,
next
you did.
room. So it just kind of wants to be like I'm standing on like the doorway, and I just want to like pull, ting, toss, and then be behind my doorway again.
Okay, so you're gonna throw a grenade into this small door?
I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna kill Porco. How big is this room? How small?
Well,
How
here, let me
contained?
bring it up on the screen again.
Thank you.
It's that room number 5.
That's huge.
Huge. Right? Is it huge? It's 3
It
times
looks
the
big to
size of
me.
the room we were just in.
I mean, it is. Yeah, I mean, but you got to think
Okay.
about this. These are not very big. You know,
Okay.
this is not, look, if you look at 6 is a hallway.
Right.
So
None of these rooms are big.
none of these rooms are
So the
rather
grenades
large.
just, I think it's gonna happen, but I think what Farrah's gonna try to do is Farrah's gonna try and like cook it so that it explodes right when it reaches them. It's not like gonna bounce off something and come back towards Porco. It's gonna be like hooked to like land behind the bad guys
Okay.
and then explode.
Okay, so give me.
But if it blows up in my hands, it blows up in my hands.
Yeah, this could be a very quick one shot.
Yes, it really could.
Everyone, I'm just gonna warn you all in advance.
That's why it's called Death in Space, not Long Life in Space.
I got a 12.
You got a 12.
Yeah, I rolled an 11. I have a +1 tech.
Okay. So, yeah, it goes, you throw it into the room. It goes beyond Cyborg
Uh-huh.
and beyond the scavengers, and it explodes, and it kind of knocks them off balance. It kind of knocks everybody off balance, to be honest with you, because it's such a small area and it's such a big explosion. But it doesn't do any like structural damage to the spaceship, just because I guess it's probably really reinforced that way. But it's definitely caught some stuff on fire. There's a lot of smoke and a lot of black, singe marks. And yeah, you see a whole bunch of smoke that's now kind of building up in this room, and you can't quite see the scavengers and Cyborg and his 2 buddies there.
Do you want me to roll damage?
No, because you did not hit their.
Oh,
They have a difficulty rating of 12. So yeah.
Didn't I do? Oh, doesn't meets it beats it? I rolled 12.
Oh yeah, you did. You did. Never mind. So yeah, you do roll damage.
Okay, I rolled 9.
You rolled 9 damage.
It's 2d6 for a grenade.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Grenades are brutal.
So yeah, you totally you took out Cyborg. Give me another 2d6 for another.
5.
Okay, so you injured one of them, and they kind of knocked him on the floor, and then do another 2d6.
7.
Okay, yeah, and so basically the 2 that were in the bunks kind of got knocked out of their bunks, and then they're on the floor, and they're heavily injured at this point. All right, who would you like to go next, Farah?
I would really wait. I think Porco. I want Porco to go next.
Well, I think Hamlet hasn't had a chance
Oh, Hamlet
yet.
went, didn't you, Hamlet?
No, he kind of
moved
passed
up.
his turn, so
He moved up and let his
bad.
turn
Go
go.
ahead, Hamlet.
Yeah, it's time to make the bacon. I'm
Noise.
pull up the flamethrower and let him have it.
Okay. Yeah, give me some sort of roll for that. Now this room is is black with this black smoke, so you're just gonna be like,
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about the
Swinging it all over
flamethrower is
the
I
place.
don't have to aim it very precisely.
Right. So
No, you do not.
we'll give you an advantage in this situation. So roll 2d6 or 2d20. I do want to say 2d6.
Oh no, that's an 8.
That's your best one. Is your 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just kind of going crazy with the flamethrower, trying to get them, and it doesn't seem to be. You're just kind of like singeing smoky air, and they seem to be avoiding you because they seem to have an advantage. Now the two oh no, there's only one scavenger that hasn't gone. So the one scavenger is now going to shoot at Amlet because he's trying to hit him with the flamethrower. And what's your difficulty rating? What's your
My defense rating?
Yeah.
14.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he misses. He shoots you. You see this laser bolt come out of this black smoke and in your flamethrower flames, and it just kind of like buzzes right by your head and it hits the wall behind you. All right, Amlet, since you went last in the entire round, I'm gonna let you decide who you want to go first next in the second round.
Can it be me again?
Yeah, sure can.
No reason why I can't.
Flamethrower.
Okay.
Oh, what? 9.
9. Yeah, you're just burning gas at this point, trying to
Heating the room up.
yeah. Who would you like to go after you now?
I don't know if we can survive another grenade, so maybe not. Yeah, I'm gonna say Porco.
All right.
Alrighty.
You can't quite see these guys because they're in like this black, smoky.
Yeah.
You can kind of see a little bit, but it's really kind of difficult, especially now that Hamlet is kind of added to it with his flamethrower.
I'm going to drop to one knee because I'm so badly hurt. And I'm just gonna like kind of like crouch as low as I can and just spray towards the explosive area of the cloud.
Okay. Yeah. Give me. This will be a disadvantage. How about that?
Okay. 17, 20
Okay,
and 20 and a 17.
Then that hits.
I'm kind of choked that I lost my 20, but sure.
That's all right.
All right. 14.
Did 14 damage.
Yep. 3d6 for the chain guns.
What? Okay.
Wow. Yeah, you mow one of them just right down, and there's just
Not that I have
one-
any idea, but
There's just one left, and yeah, he's hurt as well. So who would you like to go next after that?
oh, just for entertainment's sake, let's give it to Farah. I want to see what happens.
Okay.
Try 2 grenades this time.
Yes.
Sarah is going to actually look over to where Sam is taking a nap.
Mm-hmm.
Is Sam still laying there, or does he seem distressed by the fact that grenades have gone off?
No, he's still sound asleep.
I am honestly impressed.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I don't want to throw another grenade, so I'm going to pull out my pack of incense. It is time to do another prayer. And we'll start preparing to do it.
Now?
I do not know if Porco will survive this combat, but I will do what I can. And I light it. And that's going to be my turn as I'm just like going to do my own little like ritual.
All right.
Gonna die with
And
an air
then-
freshener.
And
Cool.
then I'm going to give the next turn to the remaining scavenger.
Oh my.
So the scavenger notices that he can kind of see below the smoke and everything, and see that there's some guy on his knee right there.
Oh, some guy.
And yeah, he's very wounded as well. But if he's going down, he's going to take someone with him, and so he's going to shoot at the guy that's on his knee, and totally miss.
Yes.
And he fires a shot, and it goes just right past you.
Wow.
So, and now he's gonna let Shank
My
go.
prayer worked.
Okay.
You can't have it both ways, Farah.
Can I just try to like drag Porco away?
Sure.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not good at things, but I'm gonna try to drag Porco out of there.
I will
Oh,
allow
no,
myself to be dragged.
You're twice my size, but I'm gonna help you.
I'm circular though. You can just roll me.
All right. Yeah. You kind of move Porco out of the line of fire.
It's like trying to roll a
And,
garbage can. You just have to work it a bit.
I don't think you understand. I'm like pocket sized. This is very difficult for me.
Right. God, if I roll back on you, this is the end of you.
Yeah, please don't crush me. I
Shank,
imagine that Shank is literally like 4 feet tall and weighs like maybe 80 pounds.
Oh yeah, they're just like
They're incredibly
training as
small.
much as they can to try to help Porco. Shank, who would you like to go next after you've gone and pulled Porco out of the line of fire?
I'll have Amlet go.
All right.
All right. This roll is going to determine whether or not I put these dice away for a long time.
Oh no!
We're
Look at that
flamethrowing.
dice.
I
You're
have
on your
3
last
uses of my
turn.
flamethrower. This is my last.
Oh, this is
use
the last
before I
turn.
have to
Yeah, that's
reload.
right. The
You
tank's
have
going to
no
be out
idea.
after this one. That's right.
All right. Goodbye, dice. That's a 7.
Oh no!
That's a 7.
Yeah, you
Oh.
totally just you keep flaming the smoke in the area, and then all of a sudden the flamethrower just kind of sputters out, and you kind of click the trigger a little bit, and it still is like, and there's nothing in the tank for it to
Ugh.
yeah. So Amlet, who would you like to go next?
Who else is left? I guess. Is it just the scavengers left?
We've
at this
got
point?
one scavenger who's heavily injured, and everybody else.
Everybody else being like our party.
Your party, yep.
Yeah, because you were the top of the round.
All right, Porco.
Can I? You know what? I'm going to try and throw that stupid EMP lance. Is it like a thrown weapon?
Ooh.
Sure, I'll allow it.
I have no
Might as
idea.
well.
I've never had one before.
It's like a javelin.
Okay. At disadvantage, I guess, because I'm hurt and all.
Yes, definitely.
What did I get there? It's a 14 and a 16. So 14.
All right. Yeah, you
Then
throw
you had,
this
what does it do for
javelin.
damage?
The guy only has
Okay.
1 hit point left, so I think we're fine here. So you see this guy, and he's like on the ground trying to aim for everybody, and he notices that everybody's kind of backed away, and so he knows that he needs to like advance forward. So he kind of, as he's getting up to like kind of get onto his feet to like go forward and try to get at you, all of a sudden he just looks up, and through this smoky clouds that the smoke and everything that's in the room, a javelin just appears out of nowhere, and it just lodges straight into his forehead and comes out the other side, and he falls back, and he's just still, and that's the end of the scavenger.
I will collapse to the ground. I'm done. I'm spent.
Farrell will come over and start doing last rites on you.
I didn't mean
What?
dead, Farah.
You are not long for this world. It is better that you hear where you are going.
You're terrible at pep talks.
Right?
It is not meant to be cheery. It is
Is
meant to
any?
be comforting as you pass into the void.
I'm
She,
not
like,
passing
Put
anywhere.
the hand over your eyes and like
I'll
starts-
swat it away.
Oh,
So as you're doing this, the lights in that room dim, and the other lights come on into the the light in the crew room also dims, and then the light in the hallway out here. Let me just show you where everybody is. The light in the hallway kind of comes on where it says number 6 right there, and that's all you can see. And then as you look down that hallway, you also see the light for number 9 is also the room down that hallway from your crew cabin is all lit, and then the room inside that, it seems to keep being lit
Okay.
as well.
Hamlet, do you have a refill for your flamethrower?
I would think so, GM.
He's wagging his head back and forth with the pursed lips.
I'm gonna say no.
That's fine.
Hamlet.
I think the scavengers have some guns.
They
that I
do.
can pick up.
They definitely have a javelin that you could.
It's pretty close work, though, pulling that out likely.
That's fine. I'm gonna unceremoniously throw the flamethrower to the ground and say, "Clearly, this thing's defective," and kind of just pull the javelin out of the scavenger.
Okay, so as you pull it out, like half the skull kind of comes along with it,
Oh,
it's fine.
and so it's got like this like partial.
now it has a smiley face.
Your skull right here is really dense and really thick. So like it actually has like half a head on it almost on the tip. Yeah.
That's
And,
fine.
like,
I'll
It's got some
leave it.
brains and everything that's just kind of just dripping off of the end of it.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, cool. We'll say that this javelin does D4 worth of damage, and it's a throwing. Or no, you can actually probably use it as a close combat weapon too, I guess.
Okay.
Either way, it'll do D4 worth of damage.
Okay.
You exit the crew room and you go down into the hallway, and it leads to the. I'm trying to remember what this room is here. Tactical station.
At the risk of terrifying myself, are any of you good with healing?
What an excellent question.
What
I'm
would
so
What does
cons-
that involve?
I'm so concerned that Farah might be good at it.
what would that involve? Good question.
You-
Heal people,
if you
or
want
is
to
that a
rest-
thing?
If you want to rest a full night, it restores 1d8 plus your body hit points.
Oh,
It's not really worth resting for a whole night. Just if I can just get back to my pod on the ship, I'm good. It's just
I'm going to tell you that you do not have enough time to dress,
Yeah.
to sleep, to rest.
that's what I thought. Okay, that was just a question. All right, I will tough it out.
So
I'll-
I have 2 doses, according to my Ring Thug kit. I have 2 doses of a unspecified liquid. You could try one; it might heal you.
I would love to try one.
Would you like Farah L to make a prediction for you first?
Sure, let's see if it's any different than the other predictions,
Well,
Farah.
Hamlet, what color liquid is this?
I'm gonna say, I'm so sorry to do this to you, but the dice I was using were clear, sparkly, and had like little star-like things floating in it. That's the color.
Nice, I like
It's
it.
a little nanite brew.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
I will-
Farah, would you like to do some sort
Oh,
of
yes, by all means.
ceremony?
Predict my future, Farah. I bet it's dark.
Farah will take this vial and turn it over in her hands. You can't tell what expression she has because she has this blank mask that has no real features over her entire face.
Hamlet, one thing I forgot to tell you is that who's failed rolls at this point? It's just mostly been Hamlet, right?
Hello, one.
You've won. Okay, so everybody, whenever you fail a roll, I totally forgot about this. When you fail a roll, you get a void point.
Oh,
Oh.
I am fully voided.
So you can have up to 4. You can have up to 4 void points, and you can use void points to give yourself advantage on a roll.
Edge. Nice.
Nice.
Totally forgot
That's
about
useful.
that. Sorry for For those of you that are watching and listening, that's
Could have used that before you murdered me, Doug.
That's all right. Might come in handy later on.
Quick question about the void points.
Yes.
Do they work how the the darkness points in Coriolis work, where they give you something too when we use them?
When you use them, if you use them and fail again, you're going to have a void corruption happen to you.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that you succeed on the void point advantage rolls.
As much as you can succeed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. As possible with a random game.
Exactly.
Farah will her synthetic voice modulator takes on an amused tinge as she hands it over to you, Porco. You should definitely drink this.
All right.
That's even more horrifying than the bleak predictions. All right. I'm going to drink this vial.
All right. I am going to tell you to roll a d20.
Okay.
And I am going to tell you that if you fail this roll, you're going to get a void corruption.
Okay. I rolled a... is it any modifier?
No.
9.
Yeah,
So
but
failed.
you get a void corruption. Yay.
Yay!
Let's see what it is.
Yay!
Okay.
Oh, great.
I keep yaying at all of the things that are murdering me. It's
Yay!
making me just...
So much fun. So
It is fun.
you chug this weird, clear, sparkly liquid, and all of a sudden you heave over, and you just kind of your eyes kind of roll into the back of your head, and then all of a sudden they snap to, and now you suddenly have day and nightmares about a suffocating darkness at random times.
Okay.
All right. So just know that, probably at some point you're gonna start having what do they call it? A daymare?
Well, we're in space, so something.
Yeah, you're going to
have a mare.
A mare or some
Appear to you.
Terrifying vision of suffocating darkness at some point, Porco.
A black horse clouds your vision.
Yes, exactly.
When Porco stands upright, I'm going to ask, did it help? Do you feel better?
It is not about how he feels.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's totally about how I feel. Oh,
yes!
Thanks. Okay.
We'll say that it does give you 2 hit points back.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Oh. I feel fabulous, Hamlet. Thank you.
A generous GM.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want Jason's character to die.
He does, just not like that.
Yeah. So you head down the hallway to this what would I say, tactical station.
Okay.
The room's well lit.
Good.
And there's windows in the ceiling. There's a hexagon-shaped table with interactive glass top on top of it. And there's a whole cluster of monitors of different sizes and 5 chairs bolted to the floor.
Okay, nothing else in the room otherwise?
No, just the monitors and the table.
All right. I will check out the table.
Yes, Porco. Continue with your enthusiasm.
You're the worst cheerleader ever.
It is not my intent to be cheering you on, merely guiding you along the path that you are meant to be on.
You want me to fall in a hole is what you want me to do.
Yeah, you just see that most of the monitors that are on the interactive glass top are smashed.
Okay. No help there then.
That's great.
All right.
Are there
Just
other
generally-
you do see that there's some thick cables coming up from the center of the table and going into the room next door.
Do they look like they've been added recently, or are they supposed to be there?
I mean, the way the setting is most of the tech and everything is all kind of shambled together from broken
Yeah.
down parts. So it's kind of hard to tell.
Hard to tell.
You know, it's basically, everything kind of looks
Okay.
haphazard and kind of poorly built.
All right. I'll examine the cables while everybody else does whatever they're going to do.
Yeah, they just look like they're cables that go into the room next door.
They don't look very peculiar.
Thank
you. Doug is so unamused.
I know, that's the
part.
best
Amazing.
part.
I love it. I love it.
Did you say there were hexagon windows?
Yes, there's hexagon windows in the ceiling. Oh no, there's a hexagon-shaped table with interactive glass on the top, but the glass is all smashed. But there are windows in the ceiling.
Cool. Are there any other like stations or anything, like any other workstations or anything in this room that are functional, or was it just the table?
You can see that there's one monitor on the wall that's functioning.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and poke it and see what it says.
Okay. Give me some sort of tech roll for that and see what we can do here.
I got an 11.
Yeah, you kind of bang on it a couple times and it kind of flickers, and eventually
not
just
doing anything.
It just there's some text that comes up on the screen that says, "Help me, I'm in the next room," and then all of a sudden the monitor just flashes off.
It says it's in the next room.
Now
Okay.
is time that we should confer.
Okay.
What are we conferring about?
Are we really heeding this siren's call?
Well,
If we take it, we will be faced with a choice. A choice to free this AI, a choice to take this AI for our own.
Okay, hey,
And
Farrah,
yet
can
we
you-
are prepared for neither one of these options.
Okay, hey Farrah, can you come just a little closer? Just like right a little closer, please. So I'm gonna get like right within like whispering range. Like, we can discuss what we're doing with the AI that's powering the ship we're on right now. Once it's not powering the ship we're on, okay?
What a predicament we have found ourselves in.
I'm so proud. So proud.
It took me a minute to get here, but I have arrived.
I'm just saying.
Thanks, everybody. That's
maybe-
our show for tonight. I appreciate you for tuning in. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm never going to be invited back to the nerd table ever again.
I'm just saying, maybe we shouldn't be having loud discussions about the fate of this program that's running the ship that we're currently on.
Shank, have you ever considered the fact that you should be the leader?
I don't want to do that. That
It
sounds
is
like
the
too much
ones
responsibility.
that shirk. It is the ones that do not wish to lead that make the best leaders.
I don't like that. That's making me very uncomfortable. I think I'm getting hives right now just from you saying that.
Shank has a plan for us all.
I
You should
don't
listen to Shank.
actually.
All of a sudden, you hear over the intercom, over this little speaker that's built into the wall, is it just, "Hurry! He's going to detonate the ship!" And then
Oh,
all of a sudden, one of the monitors flashes on, and you see the monitor of the security camera footage of the bridge, and you see one of the scavengers kind of tapping at a whole bunch of buttons
No.
on the
Nope,
terminal.
nope. That's a whole nope.
And yeah.
all right. On to the next room then.
So
Yeah.
you actually have two rooms here. I'm going to show
Ugh.
you because you're in number 9.
We are.
The wires that came up from the center of the table go into the room into number 10, and
Okay.
then number 11 is actually the bridge of the ship, which you actually just saw the scavenger just kind of tapping in and a whole bunch of he's pounding away, trying to turn something on that bridge.
Okay, well, we can't let that happen.
So which door would you like to go into? Number 11 or number 10?
I say we've got to stop the guy from blowing the ship up.
Yeah,
I am not a big fan of being blown up, so yes.
We
Right?
should hoof it.
All right, let's
Mhm.
break down that door to the bridge.
Yeah, you get to the main door. It's locked, but
Yes.
you can
It's a good thing we have
access
some
it.
grenades, Farah.
You
Ah.
can access it. It has an eye scanner.
So I have lock picks. Is there any kind of mechanical lock, or are they like fancy sci-fi lock picks where it's some kind of some sort of like little robot that will climb into the lock and disengage it?
I mean, I can't see why not. We can. You tell me. You said you've got lock picks. So
That's all it says. Lock picks. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's up to you as to what you want to deem those as. I'll let you, like, if you give me some sort of I'll let you create whatever kind of lockpick you want with.
Yeah,
says that.
I'll say it's a little orb with legs that will position in front of an eye scanner and try to forge whatever it needs.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. So give me some sort of tech roll. If you want to use a void point, void.
Yes.
I'm so
Void
scared of
point.
my dice.
Void point.
I brought a backup pair,
Oh, nice.
and I'm switching to them.
Okay.
I'm still gonna use my voice point because I'm terrified of dice right now. Okay. That is an 18.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, you realize that this eyeball, this orbital lockpick mechanism that you have, this little like droid thing, it has like a retina scanner, but it also seems to need some sort of DNA from one of the scavengers in order to unlock the door.
Pink, and I pull the piece of skull off my spear,
Well, that's gross.
and just
Alright.
kind of
Gross but effective.
bang it onto the death
The-
smear it
the-
around.
So the little round orb droid thing that is going to pick the lock kind of goes up to the little smear that you made on the wall and kind of scans it and kind of takes like a little prod and pokes in the middle of it, and then it inserts it into this some sort of mechanism, and all of a sudden the doors open wide open. And you startle this last known scavenger that's at the head of the bridge, and he's furiously punching buttons and flipping switches and trying to turn something on.
Make him stop.
Ting.
Do it.
And just
I
as
mean, that'll make him stop.
and just as the ting sounds, he looks up from his dash and starts to reach for his weapon.
Regrets every choice he's ever made in his
Garrett,
life.
since you have the jump on them, you get to go first in this.
Yes.
Oh, you're blowing on the dice before you roll?
No, I blew on the grenade.
That's what I meant. It's
Yeah.
giant dice.
Exactly. My big boom dice.
All right. So you threw.
So she can toss it, and then while it's in the air, she's gonna turn and look at Amlet. Shut the door.
Oh boy, yeah.
All right. So if you're going to, okay, so let's do this here for a second. So are you using any? Did you fail any rolls so far?
Me?
Yeah. Are you using any
No,
void
I have
points for
not
this?
failed so
Okay.
far.
So yeah. So I'm going to give you this at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you're going to want to throw it, then quickly turn around and have him shut the door. So give me a disadvantage roll.
Okay. When it was normal, it was great. Once it was disadvantage, it was very, very bad.
No.
We're looking at a 4 here, folks.
Okay.
Oh.
So you throw this
no.
grenade. As you throw the grenade, and as the explosion, it hits the front of the ship, and it explodes the what's the window right there? What do you want to call that? The
I was gonna say windshield, but I don't think that exists.
Yeah, it's not the windshield, but you know the big window that you see.
Yeah.
It shatters that.
The viewport.
The viewport, and then it starts to suck people out of the. Of course, it's starting to, and the guy's grabbing a hold of the terminal so that because he's holding on to these switches. Hamlet, can you give me some sort of roll to a tech roll to shut the doors before everybody gets sucked out?
I'm gonna use a void point again.
I recommend it very much.
While this is happening, Porco, you all of a sudden start to have a daymare of suffocating darkness.
Seems appropriate.
I'll just drop to my knees and just be like, oh! Okay, the horse is scary. I get it.
That's your daymare.
It's my daymare.
14.
14. Yeah, you shut the door just fine. Like you could tell that Porco and Pharaoh were starting to get like they kind of had to hold back in order before they got sucked in, and then the door shut, and then they're fine. And yeah, you're all good. Porco is still on the floor, suffering from this horrific, suffocating darkness.
I'm trying to like hide underneath the center console.
But yeah, you basically blew up the front of the ship, but there's still a scavenger in there. As far as you know, he's just holding on to the panels.
He'll run out of oxygen pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah, he'll probably run out of oxygen.
If he can survive that, he can join the crew.
Yeah. What
You're gonna
would you
slip
like
that
to...
as a piece of paper underneath the door?
If you survive, I'll leave it on the console. If you survive, call us at 1-800.
Shank, you must confirm with your siren that all is well now.
What? Okay. So we have to get in the other door to talk to the AI.
Oh, I'll go and I'll knock on it.
The door opens right open, and then there's a whole bunch of different messages, and there's like a face on one of the monitors.
I'll be bringing up the rear now because I'm kind of terrified.
It's kind of that staticky kind of face, and it kind of like changes and shifts as kind of almost like your mask, Farah.
Mm-hmm.
As it says, "Welcome, thank you for saving me, but I am afraid."
Afraid? We need to get off this ship. What's the matter?
Well, the last scavenger, before he left the vicinity, turned on the self-destruct.
Oh.
We now have less than 2 minutes to leave the premises.
Is that something we can override? Is that something you can override?
You can override the command from the bridge.
No, we can't. Are you already nice and conveniently on some kind of like disc or something that we can just grab and go here? Or am I gonna have to wait to download you?
Alert!
What? Answer my question, please.
Alert!
No. Question.
Approaching vessel from the west side.
Okay, that's great.
The west side of space.
West side?
Look, is there like a disc or a cartridge or something I can grab and get you out of here? Because we need to leave. Porco, why don't you head back to the ship and get us ready to leave?
I'm out of here. Trundling down.
Porco.
There is a red and silver CMB80 cartridge that you can download me into for safe transportation.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Get in the cartridge.
We have 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
Well, you better
I'm
download
going-
yourself in 1 minute and 20 seconds then, because we got to get out of here.
I'm going to go die with here. I'm going to go die with Porco.
Okay.
It has been an honor.
Sounds great. All right, let's go. Progress
No.
bar. How's it going? Get in the cartridge.
All right,
Progress
give
bar.
me a D20 tech roll for that.
The irony being, I'm a wizard at tech. It's the only skill I have.
You need to unstuck the ship. We're stuck.
I
to a
know,
ship
I know,
that's
that's what
about
I'm gonna work on.
explode.
Or no, sorry, savvy is what I'm good at. Tech. I'm not good at tech, actually. Savvy is what I'm good at. Piloting.
I got a 13.
Okay, yeah, you download Aoki into the disk, and yeah, you can take it with them and leave if you want to.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm gonna get back on our ship with
All right.
Yep.
my.
I'm gonna follow on him.
I imagine that it's like big and chunky, like a VHS.
Yo, yeah, it's not like not easy to kind of just put in your pocket. That for sure.
No, I can carry it around. awkwardly.
Porco, Farrah, did you snap Porco out of his
Yeah,
nightmare?
definitely. She definitely would grab Porco by the arm and say, "Porco, we really need to pick up the pace." And
Pick
then
up-
we'll just
pick up the case?
Yes, the pace, damn it! And then we'll start running down the halls. Your fate is close. Do you wish to face it standing bravely or cowering in a corner?
I'm good with bravely.
All right. Then you must act quickly. As I said before, whatever problems are aboard the ship are now going to be affecting our ship. We should have solved the stuck scenario at the very beginning.
I mean,
I
that
hope
would've
that
been
you
smart.
recall 2 hours
Okay,
ago when
mistress
I
of
said this.
hindsight. Wow.
What is your plan? We must root out a solution.
I needed a minute for that.
It was a
Sorry.
really bad one.
I was trying to keep a straight face there, but I couldn't. All right. Okay. When we get back to the ship, I'm assuming we get back to the ship.
You have to give me some sort of roll
Oh.
to whether or not you get back to the ship.
Oh, what sort
All
of
of
world
us?
would you like?
I'm trying to see what do
Like
we
a
got here?
baguette, cinnamon.
Give me a. Oh, I didn't write that. I didn't. Give me a.
It's missing a note.
I don't know what kind
Body
of, what
to
kind of-
run real fast?
Yeah, I guess give me a body roll. That'll work.
Oh, I got a 12. That's right. That's even, right? Right, even.
Yeah, we'll say that
Yeah.
that gets you there. You get onto the ship.
I
What
got
about-
a
What
six.
about you? Oh, Farrah.
Farrah, would you you get a void point for that? By the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. What about Amlet?
Yeah, I'm also gonna use my 20.
Okay, yeah, you actually run and get there first before everybody.
I was gonna say
you
he's
seem
like
to,
standing there.
Yeah.
You seem to know all the ins and outs of
Bunch of
everything,
slackers.
and, yeah, you get back onto the ship before everybody else even gets there. What about Shank?
Trying to get back to the ship.
Yep.
Oh, I'm good. I think. Wait, what am I doing with this?
You want to 12 or
Body.
higher?
But what's the mod?
Body.
Body. Oh, I'm bad at that. All right, I'm very bad at that. All right, I'm gonna use one of my void points.
Okay.
That didn't help. I have an 11.
Okay, so you failed a void. So you actually get a nice little void corruption thing as well.
No.
Number 8. Okay, so part of your body becomes surrounded by a cloud of darkness. So, what part of your body starts getting surrounded by a cloud of darkness?
I don't want to be surrounded by a cloud of darkness. That sounds terrible.
Well, that's what happens
But that's not okay.
when you
hold on.
tap into the void.
It's my left arm.
Okay, so yeah, your left arm just starts to emanate a whole bunch of black smoke. Or
I don't like
That's not
this.
going to terrify Porco at all.
Ugh.
Yeah. So yeah, you get you Amlet's there. Porco, you made it as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you've noticed that you're like right at that airlock, so you're kind of trying to inspecting everything as to how you can like kind of get away from this airlock. Hamlet's already in there, like booting up the engines, trying to get everything going. Farrah, you failed, and Sherman, Shank, you failed as well. So
Yes.
you're still in the we'll say you're in like the cryopod, and we have less than like 30 seconds left to go before.
Did we stop to pick up Sam? Is that the problem?
That I mean, if that's what you can. I'll say that's what you did.
Yeah.
Sam hears the alarms and he's like, "Ah!"
Sam's like, what? I just want to sleep,
We're going.
man.
No, we're going. This is your last chance. The
It's
ship's
going
gonna
to
blow up.
explode. We are leaving you. Goodbye. And I'm just going to head out. If you wish to join our ship, you must come now.
All right, he like pulls up his pants and starts to.
He took off his pants to nap.
Well, yeah. Who sleeps in their jeans?
Well, I do when there's people in my house.
Well, yeah, but you know.
And I'm being taken over by AI.
So he's
Apparently,
like pulling on his
in his house.
yeah he's like pulling up his drawers and trying to run at the same time
Okay.
and yeah he's following you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get all back into the ship. Porco, you know that you're gonna have to really kind of hit the thrusters in order to get out of this
I
jam.
fully expected that would be my plan.
Luckily, Hamlet's already primed the engine and everything to get you out of here. As you get to the bridge, you notice that there's 2 Marshall ships that have appeared that have responded from this SOS that's emanating from the Grasshopper, and you know that if the marshals pull you aside or apprehend you, they're going to want to know what kind of salvage rights you have to this vessel and want to see your salvage paperwork for trying to salvage the ship.
Salvage? We're not salvaging. We were mounting a rescue mission.
Yes, that is our story, and we will stick to it.
We rescued Sam. We've got
Will Sam stick to our story?
He can vouch for us.
Yeah.
We've got a Sam-sized airlock if he doesn't.
Sam will go along and be like, I just want to get off the ship. I'll tell them whatever you want me to tell them. That's
All
fine.
Right. Good. We rescued you. It was a rescue operation. We took nothing from the ship other than you.
But they're
Porco, have
Anyway.
you detached us from the ship as we have 5, 4, 3?
Porco, you can give me a roll. You can do it with. Do you have any void points?
I do.
Okay. You can do that with the advantage. You have to get a 13 or higher in order to get clear from the ship.
Alrighty. Wait, what? Oh, that's an 11. Okay. This is with advantage though, right? Not disadvantage.
With advantage, yeah.
Okay, so I got a 14.
So you just barely made it?
Because I have 3 savvy points and I rolled an 11.
Okay. So yeah, so you push the turbo button for this you hit the NOS for this your ship, the tie, and it rips the airlock right off the inside of the ship.
Exactly my plan. I had no plans to finesse it. I was just going to rip a chunk of the ship off and go with it.
That's fine.
And as you take off, you see these 2 Marshall ships get closer to the Grasshopper, and just as you're just barely out of range, the Grasshopper just explodes in this fireball. It starts at the engine room, and then each little section just kind of starts blowing up as it is, and the debris actually catches the Marshall's ships, and they also start to get damaged, and they kind of take collateral damage from this explosion from the Grasshopper. And you get away, and you take Aoki with you. As you're piloting the ship, though, Porco, all of a sudden, as you realize that you're safe and you're not going to get apprehended, and you survive this mission, all of a sudden you have this crippling nightmare of suffocating darkness at the helm of the ship, and What is everybody else doing?
I'm going to hand my other dose of liquid to Porco and say, "Quick, drink this. It's the antidote for the first dose. Probably it could help."
I'm just going to be
Hamlet,
catatonic for the moment. I'm not going to pay any attention, but possibly when I recover, we'll see.
Hamlet, do you think that is wise? Perhaps we should just get some ointment on his wounds.
Where's my mute button?
Get it out of the park.
I was going to ask Farrah what she was doing, but I guess we're going to just skip and go over to Shank. What is Shank doing at this point?
Shank, do we have some kind of? Is there some kind of like internet type thing or anything like that? Is there some way for people to communicate asynchronously?
Not really.
Or not so much. Okay.
Not so much.
Well, then
no.
I am carefully wrapping up my giant cartridge with our very precious AI. I'm wrapping it up and stowing it and making plans to stop somewhere where I think I might be able to offload it.
And as you're doing that, Sam is kind of sitting there watching you, and he's kind of like eyeballing your dark, cloudy, black, smoky arm.
Trust me, Porco is going to be freaking out about that for a while
He's
too.
wondering what's going on with that, and
You know what? I'm sure I just need to like
kind of
take
gonna
a
back up.
shower,
Yeah, he's
and
gonna
it'll be
kind of
fine.
back up and not be
This
very
is-
close to you because evidently this is not. He's wondering if maybe that's contagious.
I think everybody's
All right,
going to be
wanna find out?
wondering that, to be honest with you.
What is Farrah doing though at this point after putting an ointment on?
So Porco is near catatonic right now, and Farah is quite familiar with the feelings of being lost in the void. And so she is going to set up a circle of candles around, is going to sit cross-legged, place her hands templed together, and start like very quietly talking Porco through his first real experience with the void.
Nice.
Now she's
Yeah.
a therapist.
You have discovered a new way of life, Porco. You've touched the deep, and the deep has touched you back, and it will be with you forever, darkening your heart, your sight, your future. But we will rise above it. We will struggle against it for a time, until fate pulls us back into the void.
Am I actually hearing any of this, though?
I don't know. And that is Death in Space. Somewhat.
Narrowly
Death.
avoided death in space.
We kind of glossed
Death
over some of the
Space.
oh, you guys are killing me with this.
I'm so glad I suggested that.
Like I said, we kind of glossed over the hub portion of this game. There's much more. It's a deeper. Actually, it's a kind of. I feel it's kind of a deeper setting as far as lore and as far as like the overall.
Yeah, for doing more than a one
universe.
shot, I think setting up your station or your ship makes a lot more sense. But we weren't even on
Yeah.
our ship most of the time. We were messing
Yeah.
around on somebody else's ship.
So if you're used to this this system from Mork Borg, it is. I think it's a little bit more. I don't want to say it. It's still very rules light, but it does give you a little bit more meat to
Yeah.
and
It
mechanics.
Yeah,
feels,
definitely.
yeah, it does feel like there's a bit more substance to the characters.
Yeah.
Which is really neat, and I think that's great because I think a lot of sci-fi players really like a little more. I mean, Mork Borg is great for what it does, but this
Yeah.
definitely kind of
Sci-fi needed something like this, actually.
yeah, it did.
There's so many sci-fi games, it's just crunch. Like you get
Yep.
Starfinder, which is basically Pathfinder in space.
Super
And
duper
the-
crunchy.
It's, yeah, I mean, if you like crunch, it's your game. Like, it's your jam. But for sure, like having a nice, easy jump in, jump out kind of platform for science fiction stuff is great.
And character creation doesn't take all that long.
I literally just rolled this character.
Yeah.
They've got a whole bunch of tables to kind of reference and
I got home at 5. I had my character by 5:15. Like this is literally my character sheet. Like it's just on one page.
Yep.
Like
Austin, what you've played Mork Borg, right?
Yep.
What are your thoughts as to the two systems?
I definitely agree with Jason that it feels like Mork Borg with a little more substance. Yep. The characters definitely feel just as squishy. The first time that Jason took damage and it was 4 points, I only have 4 points.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
So I was like, oh no.
I was down to 1 and I was like, oh, I'm so based.
I wondered if it was going to kill. Like as soon as we started firing weapons, I wondered how many hit points, because I didn't ask ahead of time. I should have asked how many hit points you had just to so I.
My concern was that we weren't going to run into guys with pistols. I was thinking we have flamethrowers and chain guns. What are they going to have? I was like, or like even just one grenade probably would have blown the whole party away.
Yep. Definitely, yeah.
Yep.
I was fully expecting to be the cause of death in space for the party.
When you rolled that bad throw, I was half expecting him to say, it hits the door frame and bounces straight back at you.
The other thing that I like about this book is that, of course, it's not physically, as of this recording right now, we're just been playing off the PDF, is that the layout is chaotic. It's chaotic, but it's not as in your face as Mork Borg is, and that's good.
It's a lot easier to read than Mork Borg, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Mork Borg is more of an art piece / roleplay book, and this is more of a hardcore, like gritty roleplay book.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
the book is
obviously
really
it has more
nice.
substance. It's got like the 130 something pages,
Yeah.
as
Right.
opposed to Mork Borg. Just like you can like see all the rules for Mork Borg essentially on one cheat sheet, and this one has like a lot to it. Merk Borge.
Yeah.
Merk Borge.
I
You can
think
still just make a character just by rolling on tables too,
Mhm.
which is nice
Yes.
if you're in a rush, and then
Yep.
you can be like, "All right, I'll make this make sense."
One of their I'm sorry, I'm conflating this with Cyborg as well. They're doing a character generator for Cyborg, so I was wondering if maybe we might eventually get one for Death in Space as well.
I hope that we'll probably have something for Death in Space. It's from Stockholm, from the same Stockholm cartel.
Yeah, same folks, yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if they get. Of course, it kind of depends on how well it's received by the community. And if you're a fan of Death in Space, let us know in the comments. And if you back the Kickstarter, if you're going to pick it up once it's in print. I'm really, like I said, if it's anything like the Mork Borg book, I'm really excited to see what the quality of the book is going to be like, because it's just going to have like holographic foil and just all these little touches that the Mork Borg book is at. Of course, it's not it's not going to be exactly like it, but I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised with what we finally get once it arrives on doorsteps.
I could see this being a great stepping off point to people getting into more deeper. Wow, that's good English. People getting into more involved systems for science fiction playing. Like, it wouldn't take much, because you get all the cool science fiction explanations. You have the cool science fiction toys. You have the cool setting. And then it's like, okay, this was cool. We did a couple of sessions of this, or we play a mini campaign of it. And now, like, do we do this again, or do we try something chunkier like Starfinder?
Right. Yeah. No, I think this will be a great convention game. As well.
For sure.
I think that because Mork Borg is as well, but I think it's a little bit less. It's still dark, but it's not quite as like in your face. There's some really cool void corruption and effects that can happen, and there's some really cool void mutations that you can get, because if you roll your character and all of your modifiers add up to be a negative number, you can actually take a void mutation, which actually you can
I was
use
almost there.
void points to activate.
I had 0 body, 0 tech, 0 dex, and 3 savvy.
Oh wow,
That was all I was.
Yeah.
I was a pilot, and that's it.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, like I said, if you followed all this way and you enjoyed this, please hit that like button down below, and let's let everybody kind of plug all the things that they do. Amanda, you want to tell folks a little bit more about what you do outside of doing actual plays online?
I'm Amanda Call. I do a webcomic, Age of Night. It's actually gonna update in like 5 minutes when this is over.
And she draws scary skulls too.
I do draw scary skulls too. Yeah. Oh yeah. The Mighty Loot I was putting up is one of mine actually, because I'd happen to have a bunch of holiday cards that I printed up next to me. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Age of Night and Instagram at Amanda Collart.
Excellent. And Austin, where can folks find you?
I am mostly on a social media break right now, so
That's all right. Hey,
I mean,
good for you.
Smart.
I mean, maybe you'll find me walking around in a grocery store or something. I don't know.
That's all right.
I will say this. I say it every time: support your local gaming stores. Support your favorite content creators. A lot of people are in this hobby because they have good experiences at those stores, and the hobby just blooms from there. So
I'll tell you, I met Austin at a local convention in New York, and it was in Whitehall and Glens Falls, and there's some great stores over that way.
Yep.
So there not only are you supporting great stores, but you're getting to meet awesome people like Austin and just the gaming community at large most of the time. So yeah. It's awesome.
And if your local gaming store sucks and is awful, then you should go with the gaming store that helps support this channel, which is Black Moon Games.
Which is Black Moon Games, which you can
Shop
check
dash
out.
Black dash Moon.
Just saying, sometimes your
I just
local
like to say
gaming
that.
store is awful. Sometimes that does happen.
Yeah, that does happen. Yeah, absolutely.
If you have a bad local gaming store, we can recommend an alternative.
yeah, I
Unfortunately,
guess
there are some of those. Yes.
technically, I didn't say friendly local gaming store.
Yes, that's true. You just said local.
I
Yes.
don't want to go to my belligerent local gaming store.
Yeah,
BLGS.
if you go in and they're just so mean, like maybe don't go back.
Yeah.
Why are you in here?
Jason, where can folks find you, my friend?
I am pestering Doug on the Chaotic Goodcast pretty much all the time, and in actual plays with Doug most of the time. And I hang out in his Discord channel and in Level 1 Geeks Discord channel, and I pester Amanda on her YouTube stream sometimes. I am the voice of evil in Level 1 Geek streams most of the time.
So basically what you're saying is if somebody wants someone that pesters them and
Yes. If you enjoy being annoyed and irritated and poked and prodded at, I am your person.
and of course, last but not least, the one and only Emily. Emily, where can folks
Hello.
find more of you?
I'm Emily. You can find me at Level 1 Geek on Twitch. I play 2 to 3 times a week over there. We have D&D on Monday, Pathfinder on Tuesday, indie games on Wednesdays, and then I hop into other streams on other days of the week because, you just got to support as much TTRPG as you can. We also have a blog called www.level1geek.com, and that is how to get your friends to play TTRPG games if they've never done it before, if they're feeling apprehensive. If you're a new GM, we help you get all into that. We have recommendations for lots of things. And because, you just don't have to have a nerd degree to start playing games. You can start at level 1 like the rest of us.
That's true. That's true. All right, folks, that is going to do it for this episode of Victory Condition Gaming. If you are, like I said, if you're a fan and you've watched all this way, please hit that like button down below. And if you haven't already hit that subscribe, we appreciate it. We're getting close to 3,500 subscribers, which is
Nice.
very, very awesome. And we greatly appreciate that. If you haven't already, you can also, hop on our Discord and check us out on Facebook and Instagram and all that jazz too.
If you like Pop-Tarts, hop on the Discord because Doug likes to talk about
I like to
Pop-Tarts.
just vent about adulting on our Discord as well. So feel free to jump
For every
up on there
Pop-Tart comment, Amanda jumps in with an avocado comment. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We will see you next time. Remember, winning shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table. Thanks so much for joining us this evening for Death in space.
Space.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you would be so kind, and make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe, all the YouTube jazz that we're supposed to do here. It really is greatly appreciated. And if you'd like to support us more, you can check us out on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/VictoryConditionGaming. We have all sorts of Patreon perks, and it definitely helps support our show. Thank you.